One, two, three.
Come on, Mayweather, it's okay.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
Very good afternoon once again, pool lovers. Just give me a thumbs up, just for me to confirm that you are receiving clear audio and clear video before we proceed with these matches in the current completion of both audio and video. Now we're having two matches ongoing at the same time on two tables, so while you're watching one, I'll be giving you updates on another just to ensure that you get 360-degree coverage of the two tables. On table number one, that is the Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel, is the match that is in the semi-finals of the losers bracket. Yes, it is between Uganda's Ibra Ssejjemba and Tanzania's Seif Hamad, racing to 11. While the second match, you can finish live YouTube, has Malvan Mkonza of Zimbabwe taking on Zambia's Roy Kabwe. Both matches have these races to 11 for a place in the next round. Now there is the final of the winners bracket, which is coming up between Caesar Chandiga and Jeremiah Naido. In that one, the winner shall be assured of at least position number 2 at the very least, and then the loser shall be playing against the winner of the match between Roy and Malvan Mkonza. Then whoever wins in that one will be getting themselves into the prize bracket. Mchana Pool Club does have the Ugandan Ibra Ssejjemba lead by 1-0 against Seif Hamad, while Malvan is still drawing 0-0 against Roy Kabwe on the second stream, which does also have a Facebook stream on Mchana Pool Club Facebook. Feel free to serve yourself by watching a match of your preference, a channel of your preference, players of your preference. But while you are watching this one, ensure that you have as much data bundles loaded and as much battery on your phone, because coming live next is going to be the winners bracket final between Caesar and Jerry. It does never get any bigger than that one. Royd leads against Malvan Mkonza. 1-0. Ibra leads against Seif Hamad. Now, double elimination pool can really mean to be complicated. It's 6 players left in the competition. Each one of them still has chance of winning. It's just that for the players that are on the winner's side of the competition, that is Caesar and Jerry, they need to win fewer matches than others left. Imagine, for instance, a player like Ibra, who was defeated in his first life in the first round by Jerry. He has already defeated 3 more players, and yet he's not yet even into the money. He needs to defeat 1 more player, Seif Hamad, to reach the money. Now, who does not remember the first edition of the Grand Mchana Open Championship, the tournament that was played right here in its edition number 1 in the year that was 2023, same venue, same table, same place. The tournament was won by Ibra with a victory over Seif in the final. So there's no love lost between the two players. Seif will want to make this one as a chance to pay sweet revenge. Royd leads by 2-0 against Maluva. Ever since Royd lost his first life, he has been oozing with quality. And one of the best performances in the entire competition was when he was taking down Ginte by 11-2. Whoever saw that coming? If he's able to win this competition, Royd will fully have registered himself against the real big boys of African pool. When a player wins a major competition like Royd did almost exactly 7 days ago, which is Monday last week, you may say that okay, it was a one hit wonder. Let's wait and see what they will do in the next comp or after the next 2-3 comps. Now when he wins a second, then that player has fully arrived. And of the 4 players on 2 tables, it is the Ugandan Ibra who is the most accomplished of them all, having won 2 major comps: the Billiards Cafe Double Elimination Comp, Lusaka 2021, as well as the Grand Mchana 2023 in Nairobi, right where we are. He also reached the final of Billiards Cafe Double Elimination Comp in 2024. Pardon, it was 2023 as well at billiards, because in 2024 he was taken down by Ginte, the same guy that had defeated him in 2023, but in the final. Not the first time of asking. Thank you for watching. Martin Joy updating us that Royd is now leading. Okay, Dr. Spencer, he was asking who starts as the favorite for the match between Ibra and Seif. For me, it is easier for me to say that the guy that is more accomplished at the stage, that has been here more than the other, with more experience and also having better head-to-head statistics against the other. And I will be forced to tell you that I think that Ibra is only a slight favorite against Seif. And with due respect to Seif, he is more than capable of winning the match as well. He got to this second day of this 2-day competition with 2 lives intact, losing out his first life in a well-fought match against Jerry, especially after Jerry won the first 3 frames of the match. Seif was able to bounce back by winning consecutive frames, giving Jerry a good fight, although Jerry eventually won the match by 13 frames to 10. Seif, by the way, does love Kenya. He has won 1 regional competition, a competition that had the best players from Tanzania, Kenya and Uganda last year in Kitale. Comp that was sponsored by the Senator Alan Chesang. And then of course the Grand Mchana first edition 2023, where he reached the final. So he does love Kenya. In fact, I remember that when he went to Uganda to participate in the ATS Super 8-man competition last year, towards the end of the year, when he was defeated in the competition with the Grand Mchana, that was about 2 months away, he decided to come to Kenya, be a resident in Kenya for a full month before playing in the same competition. He did not get to play as good as he did the previous year, but nowadays we are seeing glimpses of him at his very best. Malvan trying as well to win his first frame against Royd. Has to be very careful. Royd is a guy in super confidence and also in super form. The latest winner of a major African comp prior to today. The match between Ibra and Seif has Seif miscuing at a moment where he was expecting to win his first frame of the match, which should have been an equalizer. The match between Maluva and Royd does have now Maluva going for the black and sinking it in and winning his first frame of the match. That one is at 2 frames to 1, Royd leading against Maluva. While still 1-0, seemingly Ibra about to win a second against Seif. He's slowly but steadily coming back to his best. Ibra, for those that were watching, I believe that all of you were, that comp in Tanzania, the Q Masters International Pool Carnival, won by Royd. Ibra came 4th, a very respectable 4th, having been defeated by 11 frames to 10 in the semi-finals. He also lost the third place match to Kelvin. Semi-finals, lost to the eventual winner Royd. But for now, it is the turn for Seif to win an equalizing frame against Ibra now. Yes. Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel. Seif 1, Ibra 1. Break and finish YouTube. Royd 2, Maluva 1. Yes, Farai, thank you for watching. Appreciating good breaks for Royd, MK Bodari, supporting Maluva. RM, you're asking that if Jerry loses, does he still have a chance to play? The answer is yes. The only time that a player who will not have lost a match will be having one life left if it is the grand final. For instance, whoever wins between Caesar and Jerry will have qualified for the grand final. The loser shall be dropping to the loser side to play against either of the four guys that will have won, and then the winner shall be waiting for whoever will be coming out of those 5 players to participate in the grand final. So it's still 6 players left in the competition, but still a lot of pool. You're watching 2 matches at the same time. Seif 1, Ibra 1, Royd 2, Maluva 1. The winners of those respective matches face off against each other to determine who will be playing against the loser of the match between Caesar and Jerry, which will also be coming probably at the same time as the match that I have just told you about. And thereafter, we shall have a grand final. Even more reason for you to have your data bundles loaded and your phones charged. Glued to Mchana Pool Club YouTube, Mchana Pool Club Facebook, as well as Break and Finish Live. Wesley Saint supporting Seif all the way. Thank you for watching. Where are you watching from today? Waguma Sinan, you're asking when Caesar is playing against who? I've just updated that Caesar has a big match coming up against Jerry. Dr. Ndu, thank you for watching. Emma Texo supporting Ibra on one of the YouTube streams. John Mashengo, thank you for watching. Jose Cheune and Mr. Updates asking for the time of Caesar. Just keep yourself glued to the screen. You will definitely be watching the Scorpion live. That one is coming up on Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel. Musumba John Regan, thank you for watching. Just as this Ouma comes. I really pray that the match between Caesar and Jerry comes at the same time when there is that Premier League match between Manchester United and Arsenal, which is coming live today, such that I see how loyal you are as pool fans, whether you will choose to watch pool over football. Break and Finish Live has the guy with the biggest cue stick in terms of the tip size on the African continent, just about to increase his lead, meaning business in Kenya as much as he meant business in Tanzania, also as he made business in Zambia. And Royd Kabwe leads against Malvan Mukonza now by 3 frames to 1. It's a match that is flowing way faster than the match between Ibra and Seif on Mchana Pool Club. Currently drawing 1-all, racing to 11, and also with no time limits. Nyako Wilson, you say we'll watch both. Okay. Mugabe Peterson, thank you for watching. Teacher Ona Teacher, you say you will watch pool, to be honest. Okay, Mugabe Peterson, you say we'll watch all. I think pool on the phone and the football on the screen. Andrew Changufu, you are watching from Zambia. You say the final will be between Royd and the Scorpion. I will screenshot your post and then post it just in case you will be wrong. But I know that many of you would really like to have action again between Caesar and Royd. It was a very, very, very entertaining final in Dar es Salaam, same time last week. I just love it for the fact that these comps are now coming it even in more numbers, better facilitation, more money. There is now more reason for these players to train. There is a scratch by Ibra against Seif. There is a chance for Seif to take a lead for the first time in the match. There is a lead for Royd against Maluva in the other match. Eshka is watching the match between Royd and Maluva, definitely supporting Maluva. I will say disturbing Maluva pulling his leg when Eshka was playing against Caesar. Eshka is a very good friend of his, and also for a long time also a former teammate, and above all they have the same blood, Zimbabwean blood. While besides being friends with Caesar, Maluva also has Caesar as a teammate now at management level. I was asking him, tell me the truth, who do you support? Then he was telling me, Peter, don't ask me that question, you know it's not easy. And then I found him eating when the match was done. I asked him, tell me the truth, who are you supporting now? We are not live. Then he told me, Peter, of course, you know I was supporting Eshka. And although Eshka finally lost that match, and Eshka now is returning the support, he's also doing the job of flipping the scoreboard, most especially when Maluva wins a frame in that match. Royd is still on the hill. He leads now by 4 frames to 1. This time he's not playing at his usual comfort. Maybe it is very true that what Royd achieved early this week on Monday was not just a mistake, not just a fluke. The guy has improved his game. With some of the results that he has been having in this competition, losing out in the first round, using his second life to make a very big fight back. Should he win the match, he will have either Ibra or Seif as an opponent. Should it be Ibra, then there will be a repeat of the semi-final that happened exactly 7 days ago, maybe 6 days ago, at Q Masters across the southern border in Dar es Salaam. Alpha Nasasida, thank you for watching. Emma Texo, also thank you for watching. Fabio Roger, you say it was not entertaining because Royd winning, but nothing unique he does. Let me tell you one thing which is absolute truth in pool. The most important thing to do is to maintain a pattern. It is better than all the skill shots, all the combination shots, all the drag shots, all the skill whites. as long as a player is successfully able to maintain a pattern and use it to win. A pattern simply has spotting and most of the time little movement of the cue ball. Make a clearance, increase your score. Do it over and over and over again. You will always defeat someone who entertains a lot with all of those beautiful shots. For me, I like to say that a player like, for instance, Pila Mazambani, he's a very entertaining player when you watch him play. But I respect him so much, but you can probably tell that he wins few matches, especially in money matches that he plays with other players around the continent. Players like Ibrahim Kayanja, the Ugandan. There is a reason why he's not in this competition by invitation, and yet this tournament has people who don't entertain as much as he does. Look at a guy like Caesar. His pattern has taken him places. You only see him playing those very fancy shots when it is what he needs to do to win. Otherwise, his strength is his pattern. Same applies to Ibra. Now also same applies to a player like Wright.
Come on, my brother.
Dr. Ndu. You say these guys are all special in different ways, and I do agree with you. Wesley Raymond Jr. definitely supporting Ibra, who now leads by 2-1. It is the business end of the competition, guys. And looks like whoever wins now on either of the tables where we are having two live streams will be getting themselves into the money, because they will have secured a place at least in the top 4. The other two players in the top 4 already confirmed are Caesar and Jerry. They will be taking on each other. Whoever wins that match will be having a place in the top 2. The loser will still have to fight it out with whoever will win, when we shall have a winner of the match between Malova and Raid, also a winner of the match between Caesar and Seif. The different winners will play against each other, and then whoever will be winning that one will be having whoever loses between Caesar and Jerry for an opponent. I hope you are following what double elimination competition is all about. The only difference this time round is that the organizers are not tolerating someone to have 2 lives in the grand final. So whoever wins between Caesar and Jerry will drop their second life. Ibra Ssejjemba, the Ugandan. Now you are seeing what I've been referring to as a perfect pattern. You are seeing nothing so fancy, but the frame has been completed perfectly with a well-executed pattern. Ibra Ssejjemba, Uganda 3, Seif Hamad, Tanzania 1, Royd Kabwe, Zambia 4, Malvan Mukonza, Zimbabwe 2. You are watching the losers semi-finals in the Grand Mchana Super 16-man competition, fully sponsored by Mchana Pool Club, and the players will never appreciate the chairman enough, not only for facilitating them all with $300 simply for participation. Chairman is kidding me. He can't be that generous. $300 for each of the 16 players simply for participating. They also have a well-fledged accommodation for the duration of the competition. They have also been airlifted from Dar es Salaam up to Nairobi. That's how they are participating, with a lot of comfort, but with a lot of money to win. $2,000 for the winner, and yet a member of the Mchana Pool fraternity has decided to increase $800 to the winner's cash prize. So number 1 from this competition will instead be getting $2,800. When Jerry was about to play with Seif, I told them both that yes, there has been an increase in the cash prize for the winner, and then he said Now, Peter, you are giving me the news I like to hear for the morning. The rest, you all know what happened in the match. That's why we are having Seif in the loser side of the draw. And we'll be having his work cut out as he tries to take down the Ugandan Ibra, who is trying to ensure that we will be probably having a final that has players from the same country, still a possibility, but also we could be having the final that has none of them, all very possible. On with 5 yellows. Mchana Super YouTube channel. He will want to roll a yellow ball to the corner pocket bottom right. Puts it quite easily. He has the packed yellow for the next ball to try and put. He may want to tap the white ball a little, maybe play it round the 2 other yellows, try and put either of them to the same corner pocket. The white ball lacked a little bit of spin. It should have been moved a few more centimeters further. Now he has work to do, trying to recover. None of the 2 yellows close the white is easily portable. You're saying it's not fair for the first live finalists to drop their second life. It is the regulations. Yes, everybody was briefed before the tournament started, and everybody played well, knowing that that will be the condition, that if you get yourself into the grand final, you will now have 1 life, so it shall be 1 final. The idea is that whoever will have qualified from the second life would have played a lot more games than whoever has qualified from the first life. Let me give an example of the 4 players on table. Royd and Ibra did lose their first round matches. Since then, they have played 3 more matches and are winning. To get to the grand final, they need to win 2 more matches. So that will be a total of 6 matches before they make the grand final. But for the player who will be coming from the winner's side, they will have played 4 matches. So someone has played 2 matches more, and then they have to play 2 matches more to win. The player who will be coming from the winner's side of the competition is well rested, and it's almost unthinkable to defeat them. They are already good, they are well rested, playing against a tired guy. Seif Hamad is demonstrating that he's not that tired guy. He's pulling 1 frame back against Ibra. And yes, Mchana Super Club Facebook has Ibra leading by 3 frames to 2. But also, Royd leads by 5 frames to 2 now against Maluva. You are watching the Grand Mchana Africa 16-man competition organized and sponsored at Mchana Polo Club in Nairobi, in Kenya. Two matches happening now on two tables, having Zambia's Royd Kabwe lead by 5 frames to 2 against Malvan Mkonza. We also have Uganda's Ibra Ssejjemba lead by 3 frames to 2 against Tanzania's Seif Hamad. In both matches, it is losers bracket semi-finals and race to 11. The winners from both of these matches will have to face off again, and then whoever will win the match will await the loser of another match that is coming up between Caesar and Jerry in the losers bracket final for an opponent. And in that one, whoever shall win will qualify for the grand final. Whoever shall lose will await the winner from the losers category to play out for a chance to participate in the grand final, because the grand final shall be played between the winner of the winners bracket and the winner of the losers bracket. You can see how the competition has really taken shape now. There has been a very sharp cut of the black by the Ugandan killer on the Mchana Polo Club stream. Ibra now increases his lead by 4 frames to 2. Seems to be enjoying some good support here. A few Ugandan travelers, including a manager from Team the Scorpion, who is now supporting Ibra. It doesn't happen like that so much, but sometimes national interests come in. Raid is having none of the support that he was enjoying in Zambia. It was very noisy celebrations, maybe the most noisy celebrations I've ever seen in all these camps. Maybe only close in second were the celebrations of the Ugandan fans when Caesar won the Grand Mchana last year. There is a scratch by Seif. A seeming likelihood that Ibra could increase his lead by yet another frame, as long as he can finish the frame that is happening on the Mchana Polo Club stream, while there is also another attempt by Royd to win another frame yet in a row against Maluva on the Break and Finish live stream. Royd is now on to the last yellow, manipulating the cue ball quite well, though many of you try to claim that he's not very fancy as a player. He's doing the most important thing: have a very good pattern and play it to as near perfection as possible. And in that match, Royd is now facing up against the black, although he has white ball first against the cushion. This is where sometimes the big tip can be a little bit of a hindrance. Royd is giving Ibra space to play. Remember, they are playing on tables close to each other.
Come on, Mayweather.
He will be aiming for the black Royd to draw his lead even bigger by 5 frames. As long as he sinks in the black, it will be him leading by 7 frames to 2. Ibra is only trying to gain a 3-frame lead for the first time on the Mchana Polo Club stream, while Break and Finish has now Royd lead by 7 frames to 2 against Maluva. Increasingly likely that the Zimbabwean is having his participation in this competition coming to an end. But also there is increasing likelihood that he could have Ibra Ssejjemba as an opponent for the second time in 6 days, in pretty much the same week, because the two were opponents at Q Masters when Royd was qualifying for the final. He had Ibra as a semi-final opponent. It was 9-9 at one time with the elapse of time. meaning that the 19th frame had to be played to completion. It was won by Royd. The rest is history.
Come on, Mayweather.
When you are watching Ibra play, most especially those who are watching on the Mchana program stream, just look at the pattern. Don't look at spins, you may not see so many of them. Don't look at very quick clearances like Jerry, you may not see that. Just look at the pattern. What he does good is the most important thing in pool. He leads by 5 frames to 2. Royd leads by 6 frames to 2. And while Royd and Maluva are relatively fast attack-minded players, the matches are happening at pretty much the same speed, just almost the same speed, with the Royd Maluva game having had 8 frames played. The Ibra Ssejjemba game has 7 frames played, nonetheless, just around the same speed. In the meantime, dear viewers, Mchana Pub and Grill is situated in the heart of Nairobi City, the city that outside Johannesburg I like to call the New York of the Sub-Saharan Africa. Very big city, also quite organized. If you have enough money, you don't need to go to the West. Just come here and enjoy it. Opposite Prestige Plaza, alongside Ngong Road, is this beautiful venue, full of life, full of vigor, but very pool-loving venue with a very passionate chairman who is now taking it a notch higher, having this competition well sponsored, well organized, well facilitated as some kind of dress rehearsal before the Grand Mchana that is coming later in the year in December. So it is his first response, I am assuming. I'm calling it a response after that mega competition that happened in the same country at Timbuktu around 3 months ago. Chairman has responded by having a comp where he has had players paid to play, airlifted to play, given cash prizes for each to play, and accommodated to play, and top class accommodation it is. Maybe that's why we are seeing a lot of quality pool in this competition. The players that are involved are quite comfortable participation. Apart from the way they are qualitatively being treated, the tables are just world class. Not those tables where players find it so easy to pot, where even players like Francis Mkwekwe can make apples. This time round, you pot only when a ball is meant to be potted. If it's not, it will not get potted. Paul has something to say.
I'm saying you're too much on Francis Mkwekwe. What about William Soko?
It's not that I'm not too much on him in terms of talkativeness. I beat the guy for the 3rd time, and it all happened last week, and the world was watching.
Great stuff.
What happened was the race, there was a sponsored race for $100 US. I was so fortunate to win. Then he decided to, you had fish. He had trapped the fish. He decided to return it back to the water to see if it could swim.
Now that you have money, can you play me a race after this?
Anytime, any day. Players like yourself, I can never start.
All right.
You can rest to 2 before the final.
Thank you.
That is Mighty Podge. He has been doing a lot of very good work in this competition, doing commentary. the way Royd has been shooting in the last maybe 2 months or so, ever since he became resident in Tanzania. He has dominated that country. He's trying to extend that dominance to the continent. He is shooting like a top-notch African player, like nowadays one of the very best the continent has. The guy leads against a player of Malva's stature by 8 frames to 2. In Dar es Salaam, he took down Ibra, took down Caesar, took down Jerry. In Eldoret, he took down Jerry, took down Aiden, took down other players. At Billiards Cafe last year, he took down Caesar. Now he's on the verge of taking down Maluva to gain another date with Ibra, which if he wins, he will have a match with either Caesar or Jerry. And then he's queuing, you will fancy him for a result in any of those. Royd Kabwe 8, Malvan Mukonza 2, Ibrahim Ssejjemba 5, Seif Hamad 2.
Come on, Mayweather, Loza.
In the meantime, special thanks to the management teams of all 4 players that are on table in a special way. Q Masters in Dar es Salaam and the director, Mr. Antengo, well done. Supporting those boys, facilitating them, growing Tanzanian pool, having some of the best of the players from Zambia compete in Tanzania as part of the Q Masters family. Roxbury, the management team of the Ugandan Ibrahim Ssejjemba, always there for him, always there for all those players that represent for Roxbury. ATA Maluva's management team with 3 players on their radar. Maluva one of them, Lawrence the other, Caesar the other, and also Q Masters again. Now the management team of Royd, and in that match between Royd and Maluva, the Zimbabwean has chance of winning frame number 11, depending on how good he will be manipulating cue ball for the last yellow. The one he is about to play, putting it will be as easy can be. But then the last yellow, cue ball probably was being aimed at a position into the yellow ball near the center pocket on the left. He should be playing it with big right spin. I think in the end of the day he had a chance to play the cue ball just positionally for him to put the last yellow. Hopefully he does, for him to try what could be a comeback. Yes, he does put, and rolling the black ball right against the cushion to the corner pocket bottom of the screen will be as easy can be. On the break and finish stream, Malva pulls one back and it's Royd 8 with Malva now on 3, while there has been Seif Hamad conceding a frame on the Mchana Pool Club stream after Ibra made a clearance of all his yellows, with him just about to put the black. Seif, of course, knew what was always going to come next. It is Ibra now 6 and Seif 2.
This scores are almost really similar. You see the side Royd is 8, Maluva 3, this side Ibra 6, I'm so sorry, Ibra should be 7. Is it 6 or 7?
You know, these players are all top players. Now, given the quality of the competition and what is at stake, when someone comes in ready to hammer someone, they want to hammer them. There have been so many one-sided matches. There have just been so many. Royd versus Ginte, 11-2. Caesar versus Maluva. It was I think 8 frames to 1 at some point. Maluva fought back, but it was too little, too late. Ibra versus Mrefu, something like 11 frames to 4 was the final score. Yes, not his day, and he doesn't have very good history with Ibra, especially here. Remember the first edition of the Grand Mchana, same venue, same table. In the final itself, Ibra won by I think 11 frames to 3 or something. Maybe Seif has it in his heart. Maybe this guy has the beating of Ibra. So sometimes when history is against you,
Yes, I think the same way Mkweke, Francis Mkweke has a history with you. Every time you mention a game with him, he's your...
all that I need from Francis is to accept playing against me. Then I know that my bills are sorted.
But Job Life, with this pattern, looking at these scenarios, you've seen the patterns, you have a lot of experience. As commentators, you can always call this. Do you see a possibility of a repeat of the Q Masters final, Caesar versus Roy? Because the way Roy is shooting, Roy beats business.
He's playing the best pool from the loser side of the chart. However, you cannot rule out Jerry beating Caesar. While I think Caesar could start as a slight favorite, you cannot rule out Jerry beating him because Jerry is playing so well. And he's the guy, he's the player on the African continent who has the biggest amount of victories against Caesar.
But give me some statistics. Jerry versus Caesar, head to head. Apparently, Jerry beats him in South Africa and Caesar beats him in Uganda. Is it the right information?
Jerry has had 3 victories over Caesar in races in South Africa. He has had a victory in Zimbabwe. He has got a victory, 2 victories in Tanzania, and also 1 victory in Uganda. But Caesar has improved his head-to-head statistics against Jerry, most especially in the recent matches. Caesar did beat Jerry, I think, twice here in Kenya in Eldoret about 3 months ago. In both competitions, Jerry was beaten by Caesar in the main event, and then the 16-man comp that was sponsored by Timbuktu. Head to head.
Caesar's ahead. Head to head.
I'm yet to make a count, but those guys have played close to 20 matches. Even in Tanzania, just across the southern border, they had the secret race after the final. I don't want to split secrets, just that Jerry was a bit happy after the match.
Chocolate, thank you so much. But one thing I like about you, the mentorship side of you, transformational personality you are. How is the young boy? The young boy, the boy you exposed him to the world. How is he doing?
He's doing good, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made when decisions are taken. And the decision was taken courtesy of that very good gesture by Honorable Kasudi to sponsor his education. He had to miss the comp in Tanzania because in Uganda the term, the school term program, the second term is coming to an end. So the tournament was held at the time when they're doing the second term exams. So the exams took first priority rather than the competition.
But trust me, Chobe Life, I think there's no value in talent without brains. So you need to have knowledge. And I think that was the right thing to do. You needed to take that boy to school so that he has some knowledge. Even now, how to balance his winnings. So
the balance is done in a way that during the school term, we cannot play competitions from Monday to Friday because of his school program. If there is a comp on Saturday or Sunday, we can always play. And then during the holidays, which are about to start, we can play any comp, any day, anywhere.
I trust you. I think that boy, the sky's the limit for him. And he also got a pool table from engineer Subi.
Yes, he's also getting good training and he's earning some monies, which are enough for a 13-year-old.
The sky's the limit. But also, I think that's the feature of Africa Pool. And Kenya as well also are having some young players which are coming very well. And I believe looking at the trajectory, the future of Africa Pool is very, very bright indeed.
If I was to choose the most improved country in terms of the quality of their players for the last 2 years, it's Kenya.
I was telling when I was commentating on the other side, I was telling the viewers that if you look at the contingent of the Ugandan contingent to Dar es Salaam Q Masters, most of them were eliminated by the Kenyans. Most of them.
Yes. Now there was this team match where the Mchana Nets and the Uganda team were laid out in the rest of the team is having 14 points. And now it was a decider.
That was a crack.
That very team is some kind of a national team without Caesar. The fact that the Kenyans can play against that team and take the match to the wire shows the just continue to encourage Kenya to do what exactly they are doing. Organizing camps like this will give the players a real reason to train, to come ahead of the camps, and when they come ahead of the camps, the national team that kind of experience. So Kenyan players will be
in my opinion, so far so good. The only missing link in Kenyan pool is job life. We need you to naturalize you. We need you to be a citizen of Kenya. I think we need you more than Uganda needs you. So we shall be doing the process. We shall be doing the process of you being a Kenyan.
Dual citizenship is permitted. Kenyans and Ugandans are only separated by a border that was created there imaginatively by people from the West. And access to Kenya for me is visa free, so I am happy to come here anytime, any day.
Back to this table. Seif has just made a very unfortunate. It's been very unlucky, Seif Hamad. He's been very unlucky, the ghost superstar. Look at that. He did so well, and all of a sudden, whoa, I think he's not happy with him. I think it's just hard luck. He's a top player. It's just hard luck.
But you can just not rule him out. He went down by 3 frames as well when he was playing against Jerry. But by the time we had played about 10-15 frames, he had a chance as good as Jerry to win the match. He's good at comebacks.
Seeing the viewers on the other side, I've watched his statistics in this Super 16 tournament. All his matches is won from behind, coming from behind. So Ibra needs to be careful. This guy, all his matches, apart from the Jerry match, he has won all his matches coming from behind.
Let's see how this will go for him. He's a quality player at the end of the day and has been queuing quite well, especially the last 2 months. He has gotten victories in many matches against players like Kelvin. He has lost to Royd, but he's one of those Tanzanian players that when someone comes into the country and tries to threaten the country by beating the best players, he's one of those countries that brings Tanzania to the rescue. Representing Q Masters, here he is playing against Ibra in a frame, a 10th that I would say is poised in favor of Ibra. While you are watching a one-sided affair between Royd and Maluva. I don't know what is really happening with Maluva, but in matches against Royd and Caesar, he's so far been a shadow of himself. Thank you for watching. Peter Nyirenda. Mitofan, also thank you for watching. Fabio Roger, Saul Kalumba, Faye Makalas, they say the match between Ibra and Seif is boring. I don't want to argue with you. It's being played like some kind of chess. They're just not putting for fun, they just want to make sure. Now Ibra wants to make sure that he gains a 4-frame lead in the match. And on the other stream, Malvan Makonza has pulled one back against Raid, but Malva still needs to win 7 frames in a row because Raid needs 1 to take the victory home. Very likely that he will. Also very likely that Raid is now playing while having a second eye on the match between Ibra and Seif to see who will be an opponent of his will be faring. No better way to recover. On the Mchana Pool Cup stream, Seif Hamad needs to support 1 yellow. Direct, long range, big distance between yellow and white and pocket. But it has come in to hamper him. There has been a stroke of luck this time round. He has, so far been the unluckier player during the match. The stroke of luck now comes to him and will be pulling one back. There comes Seif now on 4 and Ibra on 6.
has pulled one back. It is Ibra 6, Seif 5. It's a very interesting match. According to Peter Chombe, Ibra head-to-head has no positive statistics against the Ghost Rider from Tanzania. Game on. Ibra breaks very well. It's a good break to me. The black ball goes on, which is powerful. On this adjacent side, the Zambian Slayer right cover is massacring Maluva. Maluva just pulled one back. Right 10. Maluva 5.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching what looks like an impeding comeback from Tanzania's Seif Hamad against Uganda's Ibra Ssejjemba, which, if Seif completes, it will be also a completed dose of revenge, especially after Ibra inflicted defeat on him. Same venue, same table, 2 years ago, the first edition of the Grand Mchana Open Championship here at Mchana Pool Club in Nairobi, in Kenya. He went 6 frames to 2 down. He has since then won 3 in a row. He's trying to make the comeback count by equalizing with 12 frames played, making it 6-6, which he most likely will. 5 reds on the table. I also trust his position play of the cue ball. Sometimes he makes it a little bit sophisticated. Sometimes he also does to go the arrogant way. But he understands exactly what he is doing. Now on 3 yellows on the table. Sorry, reds. He could play cue ball into one of the reds. Not really. He will, however, be having cue ball frozen against the cushion. It does normally affect the bridge and the ability for players to pot. Has to make sure avoids any contact between cue stick and cushion. Plays the red direct, gets it sunk. He will want now to put the last red, having white ball towards the top end of the table where the black is. There is a little bit of body contact between red and Seif. That will not matter. Seif will be giving red chance and space to play. And Seif remaining calm and patient and composed, will be trying to make it 6. Seif Hamad 6, Ibra Ssejjemba 6, rest to 11. It is now rest to 5. Winner takes his loser's life in the semi-finals. The loser exits the competition and pretty much goes home. It is now Royd 10 and Maluva 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. We have a winner. Roy Kabwe beats Maluva by 11 frames to 5. Roy Kabwe proceeds to the next round. Maluva is eliminated in the tournament. And on the other table,
6-6. In the meantime, if Seif wins this frame, it will be the first time that he will be leading. And even by his body language, he's the guy that is having confidence in the match on his side. He's having a little bit of an issue of a red, which is so close to yellow. He may play white ball into a yellow and red to open up the red. He has done exactly so. I'm not so certain the opening is sufficient enough for him to pot with ease. Not probably sufficient at all to pot at all. The most likely opportunity for Seif maybe to win is either bank the red close to the white to the center pocket on the right, where he's having the cue ball, trying to stroke somehow, maybe play it diagonally to the corner pocket top left of the screen. However, he's going for the bank. He's taking of the advantage of the fact that at the center pocket on the right there is another red, of which he could play his red and make the pocket look bigger and easier for him to pot. That's the shot, not even off red. It is in with pretty much a lot of ease. This one should be the clearance that is having the Tanzanian lead for the first time in the match. A sharp cut of the red near the center pocket on the left moves the cue ball naturally rightwards, maybe playing it into the yellow ball, which is at the extreme right end of the table, allowing him to put the second red to the corresponding center pocket on the left. Black is there for the taking, as long as after putting those two balls he leaves after putting those two reds he leaves the cue ball at the right end of the table. He's instead deciding, well, has to be careful with the cue ball, not to lose it, not to get snookered. He has to be played with very little power if he's making a sharp cut, but too much precision. Very little power, but not too much precision. He misses the pot. A very unfortunate miss, that one.
ladies and gentlemen, right after the game on the TV table, we shall be taking a 30 minutes break, and when we're back, we shall be having winners bracket semi-final between Caesar Chandigarh and
After this
Uganda.
match, meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, the next match that will be coming up on this very platform will be Caesar versus Jerry.
Taking on the winner,
And then
on
the winner of this match will be taking on Royd. So you shall be having two streams at the same time, but on the TV table, the one that you're watching, you know the match that you have to look out for. It will be Royd against either Caesar or Seif, whoever wins 5 more frames before the other does. 11 frames to 5 has been the final score between Royd and Maluva, with the Zimbabwean exiting the competition once and for all. The few Ugandans among the stands are chanting to Ibra that a chance is a chance. The last 2 yellows pretty much portable to the corner pocket bottom right. Ibra giving himself a cut on the last yellow. Will try to put it by a rail drive to that same corner pocket, right ball bouncing off 2 cushions and into perfect space for him to put the black with relative ease, demonstrating to Seif how to utilize an opportunity given Ibra versus the black for him to regain the lead after losing 4 frames in a row. In the 5th frame, Ibra misses the black. And I want to think that should Seif win this match, maybe that miss of the black by Ibra could be remembered as the turning point of this match. There is a match going on in the Chan competitions between Kenya and Zambia. But pretty much all the fans that are at the venue are having their eyes glued to the pool table, not the television. They're going for a bank shot of the black, actually going for a very sharp cut. It was always going to be very unlikely. And it ends up as a scratch. A chance, even a much bigger chance for Seif to lead for the very first time in the match. It is pretty much the business end of the match. I want to think that he could, oops, come on Seif, play the black into space for a free shot. The two reds are very easily portable. Yes, he can recover, but I don't think this is very good decision making. Now he has this very big shot to make, pot, which will obviously be done, but to draw the white ball towards the bottom end of the table on the right. Very bigly, he's using top spin, white ball bouncing off the cushion now to move it right towards, goes for backspin instead. I think the shot will be okay. He has made the win look a little bit difficult. In the end of the day, I think he will be winning nonetheless. Aims for the black, cushion drive, sunk in. Oops, cue ball could easily have gone anywhere. Nonetheless, it is a win. It is Seif 7 and Ibra 6.
One thing I've noticed about Seif Hamad, he's strong on the red ball. I was watching on the other side. Any ball along the rails, he seems to be very, very strong.
He seems to be having better mastery of the pool table. He has not missed any of those ones. Because at one time I really thought that for a free shot here he should have played the black in space, because other two reds were near the pockets, but the guy just decided to go for the frame in its original position and proved us wrong, vindicated himself by winning. And now, given the fact that Seif is now leading, who do you think is winning the match?
Not this one. I cannot call this one. This one is a very balanced.
Be a man, coach. Don't be a coward.
May the best win.
That's how cowards normally say it. Maybe this match is starting to change its complexion once and for all. Whatever Seif Hamad is touching is turning into gold. Even Ibra's breaks are turning into Seif's advantages. A scratch on the break by Ibra gives a chance for Seif to increase his lead to 2 frames if he can make a clearance of probably, and I'm saying probably, the yellows.
This body language, the demeanor of Ibra, the way he plays without energy. Sorry, is that how he was born? Or is not? No, I've never seen Ibra being strong and playing like a man.
He's not that player who is full of vibe and vigor. He's very calm on the table, also in real life. But you may think that that's his weakness. I think it's a strength. He just comes, means the business on the table. When he takes the win, he waits for another opponent, just like that.
But it's a very interesting person to work playing. You might underrate him. Least energy. You say he's the weakest player in this building in terms of the physique and the personal appearance, the anatomy.
Yeah.
But here he's killing people once after the other.
Only that for this match, dropped his pattern. He also was one frame very, very carelessly. Maybe pressure is starting to mount upon his mind, and really has to know that he's playing against a very able opponent who is more than capable of taking him up, taking him on, and giving him bloody nose. Seif also has revenge on his mind. He wants to right the wrongs, as Ibra did defeat him in the final of the first edition of the Grand Mchana, and the chance is really presenting itself now for Seif.
Good stuff. Great place, but back to this table. This one, I think Seif is going to clear it. Seif's going to clear this one.
Yeah, more likely than not. He has this rail drive, this cushion drive, and you know that is one of his best strengths on the pool table. Yeah.
It's very unique.
Oh, like you are seeing him already looking at the second ball. He knows that the one with the cushion drive is already gone.
And I think he might even think of playing the little ball last.
I wouldn't think. That one would be a little bit crazy and arrogant. No need to exercise a lot, to experiment a lot. You just play the most effective shot, take the win, and wait for the next match, the next frame.
You told me something about me calling. First of all, you as a player, you say
from the history of these two players, also from the history of both players in comps like this, normally for me, if I were to call, I don't even think about it so much. I look at history between the players and history in events like this. That's where I say that Ibra has started off with a slight edge, but I also said that Seif, despite him having not very good history against Ugandan players, and Ibra in particular, he more than has what it takes to win this match. So it could go either way.
Those players think that they come, apart from the energy levels of they look very calm and composed. They're giving a good account of themselves. Quality shots. Yeah, just a bit on luck there. And we believe we've really been entertained.
And the entertainment is still going on. Whoever wins this match will have Red as an opponent. Whoever loses will be out of the competition. But then Caesar and Jerry coming up next. We are going to have 2 more matches. Also, like
the matches, I didn't just certainly will play match in a money match.
It's just that Caesar is still involved in a competition which is a lot of mind-boggling. You cannot tell him about money matches unless he's involved in a competition. But the discussion shall start when this tournament is done, whether or not Caesar will win. There is Caesar, there is Aiden, there is Jerry, there is Kelvin. He likes them money games. So if we have something good tomorrow, I will be forced to stay in Nairobi for yet another day. If nothing comes up, then tomorrow I will boss.
You are Kenyan.
Yeah. I feel very Kenyan when I come here.
Your accommodation tomorrow and Tuesday will be taken care of. You have to stay around for some time. And there is Sula Matove just jetted into Mchana. Sula Matove is one of your legends,
He's a legendary player, 2-time former #1 ranked player by the Police Station of Uganda, also former Uganda national champion. He did beat Eshka at Timbuktu. Then the Zimbabweans were asking, but who is that guy? They didn't know he was some kind of legendary player. He's just trying to get back to his best.
As well as his personality is
he's the direct opposite of Ibra. Very social, very involving, very engaging, that kind of lifestyle. So everybody is gifted in their own ways. That is the mighty Podge. Every now and again he'll be commentating with me, sometimes just himself, as he's taking down what looks like Minute Maid. I thought it's Minute Maid.
Yes, Minute Maid. I'm taking Minute Maid.
But why do you take it in a glass? And why do you take very little, a very small sip at a time?
I don't want it to end very fast. So I have to take it slowly until this match ends. But we still have a long way to go.
Thank you. Enjoy your Minute Maid lager.
Come on,
Seif's bridge has been affected by the very small distance between cue ball and the black, to the effect that Ibra is now seemingly going for a clearance. I believe he can. the little problem of red that is in between black and yellow, just around the midpoint of the table, which Ibra may want to play the cue ball into. He's played the cue ball just behind those two balls. Maybe he's fancying his chances to put the yellow near the red to the same corner pocket he has just spotted the last yellow. When he's going for the frame, just look at the pattern. Look at how neat he can decide to move the cue ball. He's again missed. And Seif will now have a not so easily finishable frame, but they say in pool that a chance is a chance. Now, how good will the Tanzanian be utilizing this chance? He makes a ball. The red that is frozen near the corner pocket at the top right can be played into freedom by playing it with bank off the cushion to the corner pocket top left, where Seif is having his hands, either direct or off the yellow. Could even be off to cushions and off the yellow. Off to cushions and off the yellow, and sinks it in. Good shooting from the Tanzanian. Still has a chance to put a ball, make that red near the center pocket on the right. Little top spin on the cue ball, following up the red. He could get natural white for the other red at the corresponding center pocket on the left, which also gives him white for this red ball, which is in between black and yellow. That should be his pattern. He simply needs to play it and play it to perfection. He must make sure not to lose his cue ball, as though the distance of top spin was much more than he would have wanted. Now playing backspin. Well, he wanted to open up the red, which is close to black, in between black and yellow. He has instead played it even in close distance to the black. And the way he's stroking, the way he's bridging, the way he's expressing using his body language, maybe the last red, which is in between black and yellow, he wants to put to the corner pocket top left of the screen. That means the next shot should be backspin, but with right motion in it, being drawn rightwards, just like that, off cushion and in perfect space. The aim is to put red to the corner pocket top left for Seif to conclude the clearance, which will give him a 3-frame lead against Ibra and make him now an overwhelming favorite to win the match. Shot on target, lovely backspin. The rest is a formality. And I have to say, with big assumption that he'll be putting this black, that this could be the best finished frame of this match. The Tanzanian is having no mean feat, and yes, he leads by 9 frames to 6.
Come on, Mayweather! Tequila! Come on, Mayweather! Roast right. No problem, no problem. No problem. Come on. Roast right, roast right. Roast right. Zip. Zip. They will not believe, they will not believe. The chance, bro. Come on, costume team, come on. Right. Team, come on. Right. You are the best, Sani. You are the tour. Customers.
Ibra has pulled another one up back. So Ibra 7, Seif 9. And that was a bit unlucky. That was a bit of unlucky from Seif, because he had that was a very open finish, and he could have put Ibra under pressure, because this is a race to 11. He could have put Ibra under a lot of pressure. Remember, in the losers bracket, it's a race to 11. The winners bracket is a race to 13. So trust me, that loss of the frame, sorry, not loss of frame, but a miss of winning the frame from Seif Hamad really worked for Ibra. He has normally powerful breaks. He has normally very powerful breaks. He has very powerful breaks, this Tanzanian Ghost Rider. He calls himself the Ghost Rider. Just comparing that name with Adam Joseph, the Ghost. Both of them are ghosts, but sometimes these boys, they have ghostly shots, so I think they qualify to be ghosts. But Ibra is a killer. Ibra is a killer, trust me. You must not underrate Ibra. Ibra is a killer. So far, so good, looking very well. And apparently the black ball is on the rails, and this guy's strength is the rail balls. Apparently, we've noticed any shot on the rails, he pots them. So if he can finish all those balls, the rail will be his favorite. Is on the yellow. Seif Hamad. Remember, this tournament is fully, Super 16 tournament is fully sponsored by Mchana. JNM, the chairman of Mchana, he has sponsored this tournament, bringing the best players in Africa, top of the top, de la cream of Africa pool. They're here. There were 16 players selected, and trust me, this is an experience. It's not a tournament, this is an experience. And everybody seems to be happy. People are loving it. People are enjoying it. And trust me, you have to thank yourself to be alive. Oh, how about that? How about that? It was looking difficult, but here he is. Seif is tilting towards the finish line. Not finish line actually, but the hill. Seif 9. Race to 11. Ibra Ssejjemba 7. Game on. The referee plays game on. The spectators, game on. The commentators, game on. The sponsors, game on. But as the curtain falls on the stream, we must acknowledge the positive trajectory Africa Pool is taking. How about that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? How about that? That is a confident player who means business. That is a confident player who really means business. Trust me. How about that? It's going to be a finish. He has never missed a rail shot throughout this weekend. Trust me. I've been watching him. He has his pattern of play. He has never missed a rail ball. Trust me. There it is. Seif on the hill. He means business. He wants to finish this. He's looking towards big money. Remember, the winner gets $2,000 US. In terms of Tanzania shillings, I don't know. In terms of Uganda shillings, I don't know. But I'm very sure. They'll be multimillionaires. If a winner comes from Uganda, he'll be a multimillionaire. If a winner comes from Tanzania, he'll be a multimillionaire. Trust me. Probably Uganda may be a billionaire. I don't know. But let's see. We have to Google the Forex. It has been very chilly in Nairobi. A bit of rain, so much rain yesterday. Right. Just beside me is one of our MPs, Dr. Ariko. He's a very senior member of Parliament, Kenyan Parliament. He's enjoying it. He's talking to Lloyd and wondering, this key you're using, what is it? Is it witchcraft or is it? But trust me, we are all happy. This is sports, we are enjoying this thing. And on the screens also we see Kenya playing Zambia. Kenya playing Zambia. And that game is it's going to decide the fate of Harambee Stars in the competition. So it's a must win for Harambee Stars. A draw will do them well, but winning will make them avoid a more dangerous team at the Chan Festival. I remember the Chan is also being hosted by the 3 East African countries, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda. East Africa is hosting. And here is Kenya is hosting another African list pool tournament. Sports is bringing people together. Sports is making people happy. Sports is equalizing. Sports enhances humanity. We are forever grateful for sports. It has been a friendly tournament so far. Super 16. The players are happy. They've been reffing themselves. No referees. And there's a lot of sportsmanship involved. So far, so good for the Super 16 tournament. Oh, that is good. That's a good finish. That is Ibra in action. The killer in action. Remember, if he moves to 8, he only needs 3 to win. Seif needs 1. Seif is on the hill. He's looking for token. Seif is looking for token. I think he's got it from Jose. Yes, a good one. So game on. Game on. I will try to look for your comments. Peter Chobe stepped out a little bit with the phone, with the comments. I'm not able to get it, but if I get Peter Chobe and see the comments, I'll certainly respond to those comments. But here we are. Seif, the Ghost Rider from Tanzania, is on the hill, while the killer from Uganda is chilling, is on 8. The referees, the commentators, the studio personnel, everybody is waving, play on, let the game move on. And I was just telling you about the story about this tournament. It is fully sponsored by JNM, John Mugai, the Mchana chairman, and African. Apparently, we want to make him the Africa pool patron because this guy is doing too much. This guy is doing too much for Africa pool. These cross-country tournaments, he's done so many, he's sponsored so many. So I think, in my opinion, this guy qualifies to be the patron of African pool going forward. But let's wait and see. We need to have a joint coalition of agreement. We need to have the Tanzanians agreeing. We need to have the South Africans agreeing. We need to have West Africans agreeing. Ugandans must agree. But for me, I will crown him the father of African pool at the moment. This one is going towards Ibra. This frame is going towards Ibra. The yellows are looking good. The yellows are looking very, very good. The yellows are looking good indeed. I think Ibra will kill this one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I was just saying this tournament is fully sponsored by JNM. The players are being given allowances, daily allowances, accommodation is taken care of, air travel taken care of, food and drinks are taken care of. How better a tournament can you sponsor like that one? So we are forever grateful and happy. Ibra must take his time. Ibra must take his time, remember. He has to take his time. This one is do or die for him. If he loses this one, he's out of the competition. So he has to take as much time. There's no timing. There's no timing in this. There's no clock. There's no time clock. He has to take his time. He has to take his time. He has to make sure is now or never for him. The destiny is in his hands. He has to make this one happen to him. He's normally a very slow player, but in this one he has to be slower than normal because he has to make sure, trust me, he has to make sure. He has to be, if it means being slower, he has to be slower as possible because it's now or never for him. It's do or die, as they call it, do or die for him. Ibra Ssejjemba, the killer, with his destiny in his hands. He has to take his time. He has the capability, he has the competency, he has the quality to finish this one. But he has to be, yes, he's finishing it. Oh, still not easy, but with his capability, is going to make Uganda proud, according to Black Sheep across there. But this is an African continent. I think yes. It's a nation versus nation. So it's Uganda versus Tanzania. So I think Black Sheep is right. He's saying make Uganda proud. But he can only make Uganda proud by winning. Apart from this one, he has to do 2 more. While his competitor, the Tanzanian Ghost Rider, only needs 1. He's on the hill. He needs only 1. Yes, that is the right protocol. That is the right demeanor. That is the right body language. He has to make sure. He has to take his time. This is a precious shot. This is a precious shot. Imagine where the cue ball goes will determine Ibra's destiny in this competition. And there's big money involved. Oh, yes, he has done it. That was quite difficult, but he has done it. Ibra, the killer, with the black ball. Thank you. Get on. And esteemed viewers, as you watch, remember to subscribe to the Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe. Through that, you enhance peer review of the page and the channel. So the entity also gets some plus across their peers. So please, Mchana has done so much for pool. Mchana has done a lot for Africa Pool. Please, as you watch, remember to subscribe and like this stream. It gives a lot of peer review positives. So remember to subscribe and like. Subscribe to the channel, Mchana Pool Club, YouTube. Just subscribe. Just a click on the button to subscribe. At the same time, you like. Clicking just the like button. It will be a plus for the Mchana Pool Club. Remember, end of November is the big one, Africa's biggest tournament, the Grand Mchana Open, featuring the best of the best. It's Grand Mchana Open, open for everybody in the world, even Chris Mullin, even, wow, what do I say? Ghost. But on this one, it's looking, oh, this one, Ibra will finish. It will be decider. Trust me, I can bet even 1 more balls, this will be a decider. We watched so many games, so many matches. This is a decider, trust me. It is loading. And I wonder who's breaking. I've just seen Evans Okacha coming into the building. Evans Okacha just walking here. And I really pestered him, Evans Okacha, to come to this place. And he has just checked in, Evans Okacha, a good gentleman. I wonder where he was. He disappeared. But you cannot blame him, Evans Okacha. He works so far away from Nairobi City, around 7-8 hours away on the road from Nairobi City, so you cannot blame him. But going forward, this is a decider loading.
No mercy.
This is a decider loading. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this is a decider loading.
Take your time.
This is a decider. Trust me. I've already called it. I've played this game for almost 40 years. When I call something, I know what I'm saying. I call it. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, but I can still make it. He's making it. He's smelling. He knows what he's doing. Ibra, he's just smelling. He knows what he's doing. I already called it. I already called it. This is it. This is it. No other. This is it. Evans Okacha, you're looking very strong and energetic. Where are you from?
I am extremely strong and energetic now. Believe me, if I tell you where I'm from now, you won't believe it. You won't believe it.
Welcome to Mchana. But here it is. This is a decider loading. I already called it. Did you call it as well?
I've been following this match, by the way, on my way here. And I was a little bit confident that I will find this match ongoing. I was almost confident because I think it's one of those matches between two very, very careful players. They come across as slow for some of the fans watching online. But, I mean, be it as it may, here we are. It's the final. It's the semi-final decider, right? Yeah, the loser semi-final. Yeah, the losers bracket final. Yeah, the losers bracket semi-final. Right. Is it? All right. But let me just catch up with the events and probably take everybody underway for the two grand finals upcoming. Right. Have you been, my friend?
It's been so fantastic as well. The environment has been very good. Apparently yesterday it rained, and here it is. We've not seen the sun today. The whole of today, there is no sun. I don't know what is going on.
No, let me tell you, there's not so many times when the Kenya Meteorological Department gets it right. This particular time, I think they sent out an advisory about the heavy rains across the country. Yeah, so just came in straight from Kisumu this morning. Actually, afternoon, is it?
Kisumu City. Kisumu is not.
And by the way, it's very cold. Very strangely cold, by the way. Kisumu, yeah. Great.
On this one. Oh, I can call it for Seif. I'm calling it. Seif will not leave this one.
Yeah, well, we have one. We just have like the cue ball position for the last yellow to the top right corner pocket. The yellow next to the long rail. I think that then would be his concern already.
Apparently, this guy is very strong on the rail balls. We've been talking with Peter Chome. Apparently, his strength is apparently on the rail balls. So that rail ball, trust me, he'll pay it last, just to prove the point.
Very good to see you, my friends. Posh. After quite a bit of time, I think he's gotten some shape on it. I don't think that would be useful now. Could have been much, much better if he came up straight. Could have given him a better position for either of the two yellows to the top right corner pocket. A lot of people would feel like Ibra. Oh my goodness, the game is over. It's over. The game is over. Just needs one last turn down that road. Just one last turn. I think it's a stunner. Wants to stun that last yellow ball. Hit, bounce off the long rail on the left. and get a spin effect.
Ibra Ssejjemba.
Goodness me, I think should be an easy one for a player of Seif's ability. I think it's done and dusted. Should be able to catch up with the comments in a short time to come. Let me see what's happening there. That's the money ball. That is the money ball. Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Skim over. For sure, it's the end of the road for Ibra Ssejjemba.
Congratulations, Seif Hamad.
Gave it a fight of his life. However, it was not to be. Thank you so much all watching this online through the Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel. Kuz Milwad Chamtomba, Dennis Emax, Dorcas Mwavipa, Winnie Kennedy, Andrew Vundula Silwamba, Dennis Batsirai Utashu, Wesley Saints, CK, Dennis, all of you, thank you so much for following this game live and direct from across the country.
Sorry, Evans. Before in the stream, we just want to. We will be having a 30 minutes break, and after that, the winner here, who is Seif Hamad, will be getting to another winner of another loser, which is Royd Boyd. So we have Royd Kabwe. Yes, Royd Kabwe will be up against Seif.
Interestingly, I saw Royd congratulating Seif, as if to almost say, I'm glad I'm playing you.
That's an interesting match because Royd is on top of his game, and apparently, Seif is a ghost rider.
Yeah, how much do you think the broomstick that Royd uses to play would cost?
I don't know. Could it be a little of some witchcraft involved? Because I've never seen somebody win. Which is like that's the cheapest cue stick I've ever seen.
Oh, goodness me! So it tells you something. It's not about the equipment. It's really not about the the fancy types of gear. Really, I think Royd has shown us that even with a broomstick, he can beat the best. Congratulations, Royd. Congratulations, Seif. We want to bring the events of this match to an end with the final score. Seif, the winner at 11. Ibra
9.
Ibra 9, right?
No, it was 10.
Ibra 10. 10.
It's a decider.
Great. Yeah.
See, fans, we are very sorry. It was a decider.
Yeah, great. So that's the final score. See you on the next one, which is the final of the losers. How ironic. See you on the next one.
It will be Zambia against Tanzania.
Ah, nice. Great. See you on the next one.